Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? I hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty. I am also fine. Welcome to NIVS Home School. Here I am Kamrun Nahar, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. My dear students of class 7, today I am going to take your Agriculture Studies class. And our today's topic is lesson 5, 6 and 7 from chapter 6. And the name of this chapter is Afforestation. Let's start the class today. Now look, lesson 5, conversion of trees and forest. And we all know that in our country there are only 17% forest grown resources, but we need 25% forest grown resources in our country. So what will we do? We will plant more and more trees and we will also nurture them. So let's say we have 70% forest grown resources in our country, and it is essential for us to preserve the new saplings planted around us and the forest we have. So it is very important. And now look, there are only 70% forest grown resources. So remember this point. And why do you need to preserve the new saplings or the forest we have? Because we all know that forest is very important, because if we cut down the trees, what will happen? We all know the effects. That means the greenhouse effect will be increased, and it is increasing day by day. So to reduce the greenhouse effect and to reduce the global warming, what will we do? We will plant more and more trees. And removing unimportant boughs and branches to make the timber tree valuable is called pruning. Now look, there are some ways to nurture the saplings or the trees. Now look, watering the sapling, fencing around the sapling. So we will water around the sapling. When the plant is young, we will water them regularly, and we will make a fence around them so that we can protect them from the cows or the other harmful incidents. And now look, this is the picture of pruning. Now look, there is a tree. So this is the before pruning. And what is pruning? Now look, there is a branch and it is suitable for cutting. So this cutting is called pruning. And now look, after pruning, the tree looks like this. So what is pruning? Removing unimportant boughs and branches to make the timber tree valuable is called pruning. So this is the picture of pruning. Now look, my dear students. And then what will we do? Pesticides, fungal destroyers must be used to control fungal diseases or insects when a good number of trees are affected. So when a good number of trees are affected, what will we do? We will use pesticides or fungal destroyer. But if we can prevent disease naturally, it is better for us. And now look, dear students, there are some ways to for conservation of forest. So we will know it. Some ways of preserving forest are: forest marauders must be resisted. That means the people who cut down the trees illegally, we will resist them and we will protect our forest. People must be briefed about the importance of the forest. So we will brief the people about the importance of the forest, so that they can plant the trees more and more. And everyone must take part in making social forest. So we will take part in making social forest. We will plant more and more trees, and we will also nurture them so that they can grow up and they can contribute in our environment. Birds and animals in the forest must not be killed. So we will not kill the birds and forests, because they also help us to produce the tree. To the saplings. That means they spread the seeds of the plants. And there should not be any hindrances for creating forest in its natural process. So hindrances means obstacles. So we will not create any obstacles in the natural process of the forest growing, of the creating of the forest. Let others know and advise to follow the forest conservation rules and regulations. So we will, at first we will know the rules and regulations of the forest conservation, then we will advise other people about it. And last one, make people aware of preserving forest. So we will make the common people aware of preserving the forest. We will tell them the benefits or the advantage of the preserving forest, and we will make them aware of it. Now we will go to our next lesson, that means the process of producing new saplings from the stem. And the process of developing new plant from a stem cutting is called artificial vegetable reproduction method. We all know it. So what is artificial reproduction method? The process of developing new plant from a stem cutting. And today we will discuss about three stem cutting. One is branch grafting, another one is booty grafting, and the last one is separated pair grafting. And now look, at first we will start with the branch grafting or cutting. So what will you do in this process? When a grafting is produced cutting from the branch of a tree, it is called branch grafting or cutting. So when we cut the branch of a tree and we will plant it, it is called branch grafting or cutting. Now look at this picture. At first we will select a very healthy branch of a tree, and after being cut from a mature tree, we will dip into it in a drenched water soil, and then the branch will grows naturally. And in this process we can grow shimul and mandar tree. Now in this process, a branch after being cut from a mature tree is dipped into drenched water soil. So in this process, at first we will choose a healthy branch of a tree, then we will dip into this branch into a drenched water soil, that means the soil which is wetty or full of water, and it will grow naturally. And in this process we can grow shimul and mandar tree. Now we will know about the guti grafting, and in this process a new plant is produced through grafting from a mother tree of high quality variety. So for this process we will need a mother tree which is very a high quality, which possesses a very high quality, and for this a fresh 1-year-old twig should be selected. So for this method we will at first select a 1-year-old twig, and then what will we do? We will cut it and we will select a twig, and then we will make a paste, and the paste must be made by mixing water with 3 shares of loamy soil and 1 share of decomposed cow dung manure. So we will make a paste which will in which there will be 3 shares of loamy soil and 1 share of decomposed cow dung manure. So we will make the compost like this, and then 5 cm area at 60 cm below the tip of the branch should be brought off in a rounded shape. Now look at the picture. We will burt off in a round shape from the selected branches, and then the paste should be applied around the burt free part of the branch, and both sides should be tied by a thread after being twisted round by polythene. Now look, we will apply this paste, the paste of loamy soil and the cow dung manure, and then we will wrap it in a polythene, and we will tie it down with a thread. And look at the next picture, paste made of loamy soil and cow dung, and it is applied here, and we will tie it down, tie it with a thread. And in 3 to 4 weeks, white root develop in the burt free part will be visible from outside the polythene. So from outside the polythene, we will see that the white root developed in this part, and then when the roots grow properly and get brown color, the branch should be cut off and planted in a pot. So when the roots grow properly and it gets brown color, we will plant it in a pot. But then what will you do? It should be kept in a shady place for a few days. So we will place the pot with the plant in a shady place for a few days. So this is the booty grafting process. Now we will know about the separated pair grafting, and this method is very popular because it is very easy and the rate of the plant growing is very high. And in this process, separated pair grafting, there are two methods. One is veneer grafting and cleft grafting, and these are important among the separated pair grafting. And the method of cleft grafting is easy and the rate of success is high. And in pair grafting method, the sampling from store of fruit is called rootstock, and the branches of input class of tree are called scion. Now look at this picture. This plant is called rootstock and this is called scion. This is another plant which we will grow. And today, my dear students, we will know about the cleft grafting of the mango tree. So cleft grafting of mango is produced twice in a year. And what is the timing? March to May, that means before the rainy season, and September, October, that means after the rainy season. And for this process, what will you do? My dear students, we will now look, we will select a rootstock and scion, and then 10 to 15 centimeter scion with deep green leaves should be preferred. So we will select a 10 to 15 centimeter scion which is deep, which has deep green leaves. Now look, it has leaves, and from lower part of the scion 3 to 5 centimeter like triangular size looking V shape is to be cut. So we will cut the scion after 3 to 5 centimeter in V shape, and our scion is prepared. And then 40 to 45 centimeter stem above the bottom of the rootstock is to be cut in rounded shape, so that there are 3 to 4 leaves below the cut part. Now look, we will cut it in a rounded shape, and there will be 3 to 4 leaves after cutting it. The cut part across the middle is to be splitted up to 3 to 5 centimeter from the top to bottom. Now look, we will split it. Now look, 3 to 5 centimeter we will split it, and the scion should be placed into that splitted part, and then the scion up to bud is to be coiled with a polythene tape strongly. Now look, we will place this scion to this part, and then we will coil it with a ribbon or with a twisted polythene. Now look, this is the picture, and now we place the scion to that rootstock here, and then we will twist it or tie it up with a polythene, and the scion should be placed into that spoiled part, and then the scion up to bud is to be coiled with a polythene shape strongly. And separated pair grafting may attach within 1.5 to 3 months. So within 3 months we will get our result. That means it will this separated part will attach to this rootstock. And when the pair grafting is attached perfectly, polythene tie should be removed. So we will remove the polythene tie, otherwise the scion will be broken down. So this is the process of separated pair grafting or cleft grafting. So today we will know about the 3 process of grafting, that producing new saplings. One is branch grafting, another one is gutty grafting and another one is cleft grafting. Now we will go to lesson 7, use of agro construction material, that means timber. So today we will know about the use of the timber. So I mean the benefits of the timber or the trees. Now look, we can use the timber of the trees in for various purposes. And what are they? Preparation of home building materials. So for home building materials we can use timber of sal, teak, sundri, rendikoroi, dodar, etc. is used in making pole, bar, platform, frames of doors and windows. And making furniture we can also use the timber of mahogany, teak, rain tree, jackfruit, shilkori, etc. is used in making chair, table, sofa, bedstead. Bedstead means the frame of the bed, which support the bed, cupboard, chest of drawers. And manufacturing transport we can also use the timber of the trees, and timber of sal, teak, jarul, babla, pitraj, etc. is used in making boat, launch, steamer, bus, truck, etc. Besides cart, rickshaw, van, rail sleepers, etc. So we can also make cart, rickshaw, vans, rail sleeper, and we can make boat, launch, steamer, bus, truck, etc. from the timber of these trees. So manufacturing tools, the wood of trees like palm tree, babla, gab, lutkan and gawa is used in making plough, rake, yoke, electric switchboards, sports materials and education materials like pencil, paper, etc. So we can also use the timber of tree in making the agricultural equipments or the sports material or some music instruments also. And we can also make some educational materials from the timber of the tree. And firewood, so we can use the timber of the trees as a firewood. Like now look, timber of the trees like mango, manjar, pitraj is used as firewood. And we can also use the waste of the other trees as a firewood, and we can make matchsticks. Matchsticks are made from the wood of gawa, shimul, kadam and chatim trees. But we can also make plywood from the timber of mango, pitraj and kadam trees. And for packaging boxes we can use kerosene wood. So dear students, today we have know about the various purposes of the various uses of the timber of the trees, and we also learned about the process of growing new saplings, the branch grafting, woody grafting and the cleft grafting. So dear students, there is a homework and you will make 8 MCQ from lesson 5, 6 and 7 from chapter 6. From chapter 6 you will make 8 MCQ from lesson 5, 6 and 7. And dear students, all of you will plant more and more trees because it's very important for our environment. And if there's no tree, what will happen? We will not get oxygen, right? And all the living beings will die. And if there are less tree, the earth will getting warmer day by day. So we will plant more and more trees and we will try to save our earth. So dear students, that's all for today. I hope I hope you have understood about today's topic. So dear students, all of you will do your homework and submit it on every Sunday within 8 AM to 4 PM. Your SBA, CT and diary marks will be given on the basis of the submission of your homework. So it's very important and you will do your homework regularly and study a lot. So listen to your parents. So see you again. Allah Hafiz.